Hoggie's beer reviews. Hoggie's beer reviews.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another installment of Hoggie's beer reviews. Today we have another new beer, and by new I mean a beer that's new to the market, that was recently introduced, that wasn't around last year. Yeah. Today's beer is from the Victory Brewing Company, and this is called the Headwaters Pale Ale. They just introduced this in the last couple of months. This is their new everyday drinkable session pale ale. You know, I hadn't reviewed anything from Victory before. Matter of fact, I've only had one of their beers. I've been wanting to try their beers for some time, but I'd only had the Golden Monkey when Howard had it on tap up at Hurricane Wings. And I've been meaning to review their Hop Wallop. I've been meaning to review their Pilsner, Prima Pils, and a couple others, and I never get around to it. And I saw this the other day at the store, and I said, hey, I've never seen that one before. So instinctually, I just kind of grabbed it, and it turns out it's their brand new beer. Take a look at the bottle. Same as the six-pack there. Same lovely little design with a whole lot of hops and some barley. That looks good. It says, malted barley, hops, and yeast are the building blocks of beer, but none of these elements would exist without water, the essence of life. The waters that feed our brewery begin just over a dozen miles away, making for spectacularly pure and vital water for brewing. Having worked with watershed advocacy groups since our inception, we value our headwaters, our source, in many ways. We think you'll value them as well when you taste this firmly crisp and aromatically arousing pale ale. So they're making a big deal about I think I read somewhere online they have like a river that passes right by the brewery, something like that. So they are from Pennsylvania. Victory is. Let's see, does it say exactly where? Downingtown, Pennsylvania. Victory Brewing Company. All right. So that's that. Point is, I've been wanting to review a Victory beer. Matter of fact, I have the Victory glass. I've had this glass for almost a year. I've never used it to review a beer anyway, because I never reviewed a Victory beer until now. So it is the perfect occasion. And of course, this glass is courtesy of my friend Howard up in Vero. Howard, thanks again. And before I run along again on another video, let me get right to the point here. Punching this up on Beer Advocate just to let you guys know what we're working with. It only has 196 reviews. Obviously, it's still a new beer. But out of those 196, it receives a B+. It's categorized as an American Pale Ale, same as the Sierra Nevada Pale Ale and all those other craft brewed pales. It is 5.10, 5.10% alcohol by volume, and this is just their new year-round pale. So that's what Beer Advocate says. That's the backstory. Now let's find out what this brew is all about. And I'm going to be saving one of these caps. I don't know if you can make it out there. My sun's going down. But, and that sucks. My sun's going down. Oh, shit. All right, anyways. Get right to it. It's a good color for a pale. All right. You know, we have two kinds of pale ales, really. One is less hoppy. It's kind of more of a malty, buttery kind of flavor, like a Bass. That's your British pale. Then you have like a hoppy American pale, like the Sierra Nevada. Hopefully this is more like the latter than the former. It is an American pale. By definition, that means that they're hoppier. But let's see. Ooh, I can smell some hops in there, so that's good. And it's clear. It's an orangey amber color. There's a lot of carbonation. The head has a lot of big bubbles. It's not as frothy as a Sierra Nevada, for example. But I mean, it looks good. You know, orangey amber, not typical. And I get like a piney hop with undercurrents of sweet malt, not necessarily caramel, but it's a balanced smell. So let's see what it tastes like. Piney hop note. And I mean, I think you can see that there. The head is disappointing. The head's just kind of fizzing away, not leaving a lot of lacing. The head's not appealing, but the taste is. It's a light body, it's a bit on the thin side, but it is a basic pale. You get that piney hop, which is really tasty, really good, and there's an undercurrent of sweetness. but it's not like well defined like a caramel sweetness. It's subtle, but it has a texture to it. An undercurrent is the best way to describe it. And as far as the piney hops, it is really resinous. Piney, West Coast IPAs and West Coast hoppy beers tend to be more citrusy. East Coast tends to be a little more piney, and this is right along those lines. I mean, Pennsylvania, East Coast, you do get that piney hop character, that piney resin, but it is good and it is refreshing. This isn't a bad beer by any means. I'm disappointed by the head. I'll give this a glass half full, and I mean a steady, solid glass half full. I mean, it could be better. Maybe the other ones will be a little better. Maybe they'll play with the recipe, since this is a newly introduced beer. But as far as pales go, I'd still rather have a Sierra Nevada. It's a little richer. The head just lingers a little better, and it's a little more fulfilling. This is still good, easy to drink, refreshing, and if you like hops, this is an American hoppy pale ale. So, Headwaters Pale Ale, the new beer from Victory Brewing. If you like hoppy beers, if you like pales, if you like, something that's light in ABV, sessionable, drink after a long day's work or whatever, this fits the bill. It really does. And I will be trying more beers from Victory. So that's that, guys. Glass half full, Headwaters, good stuff, but not great. Thanks for watching. I'll check you next time. Later. And cheers.